The COVID-19 pandemic has certainly impacted the way we approach education. One facet that undoubtedly changed during the pandemic was testing. Out of necessity for safety and a continuation of academic integrity, proctoring tools like Proctor and Lockdown Browser quickly became a new normal for college students. Despite the current generation's aptitude for technology, this shift brought forth a multitude of stressors. Today, I'm going to talk about the woes of online testing and how it negatively impacts a student's academic experience. Generation Z is no stranger to a digitized world, especially when it comes to learning. However, online proctored exams create an added stress to the experience of exams, midterms, and finals. In my own experience as a college student, I found that exams where I had to download a lockdown browser and record my testing, I either performed worse than I would if I were to take the exam in person, or I felt that I was much more stressed out. There are many ways that online testing and proctored exams can worsen the academic experience, whether it be the added surveillance, the invasion of a personal space, and the unique problems that it can cause. These issues make for a more complicated testing experience and can negatively impact a student's mental health. One big woe of online testing is the added surveillance that comes along with proctoring. The requirement to be filmed, have your sound recorded, and your every move watched over camera creates an unpleasant and uncomfortable environment. Unlike when you go to testing centers and take tests in person, you don't get to see another person watching over you when you take the test. You just feel the surveillance around you. This added surveillance and the uncomfortable environment it creates makes for a highly stressful test-taking experience, and this experience is not conducive to the real abilities a student has. Any student could explain how being more stressed out can negatively impact your testing abilities. If colleges are to add more stress in the form of surveillance, we are negatively influencing how students approach learning. Grades could drop, and poor performance could become a more common reality when we use more online proctoring. In addition to added surveillance, making one feel uncomfortable, online proctoring can intrude on a student's personal space. Many popular proctoring tools require a student to take a picture or do a 360 view of their room. This can be invasive to a student's life as they now have to concern themselves with the state of their room, the quietness of their space, and possibly others living with them. Just like the stress you feel when you have an unexpected visitor come over, when you have to take an online proctored exam and show your room, you stress over the cleanliness or how presentable it will be to your professors. Instead of focusing on doing well on your exam, you are now focusing on trivial things like the posters on your wall, the clothes piled on your bed, and if you have one too many stacks of paper on your desk. Proctoring requires a view of your room also means that you're going to have to worry about how loud your space is and what to do with other people that you live with. For most college students, you will have a roommate of some sorts, and whether you live in a dorm or a student apartment, the loudness of your space is not guaranteed. Figuring out the best time to take the exam so that it's quiet and so that you do not disturb your roommate can also be another added stressor. Online proctored exams also present the student with very technologically oriented problems that they simply would not face if they took their exams in person. Problems with Wi-Fi or misinterpretations of body language are parts of the online proctored exams that can cause unique problems for the user. I know from personal experience, when the Wi-Fi goes out during a proctored exam, your heart drops to your stomach as you frantically try to fix the technical issue while staying focused in a memory recall mode. The stress caused by technical problems like Wi-Fi going out or the power going out can completely distract a student from taking their exam. Another unique problem that online proctoring causes is the stress of being aware of your body language during the exam. Staring off into space, pondering for long periods of time, and shifting eye contact are all considered red flags in online exams. This policing of body language can be quite stressful when you are trying to take the exam. Proctored exams have become a mainstay in our educational process, and despite their flaws, serve a purpose as they work to mitigate cheating. However, it is important to always consider the mental health of students when making decisions on how to best test them on their knowledge. I believe that an open conversation about academic integrity, mental health, and how we can best use technology to aid in students' education and not degrade it is definitely a good start.